You may not be able to cure the disease, but you can shape the experience. And that might be the most powerful kind of success there is. Hi, I'm 𝗧𝗿𝗂𝘁𝗵. My wife Sonia was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in January 2020 at the age of 65. I've seen too many caregivers suffer physically, emotionally, and mentally, oftentimes more than the loved ones they care for. I was determined not to let this disease take me down, and I found a way to cope. Now I help other caregivers do the same. Today, I want to talk to you about success, not just as a caregiver, but as a human being. Success is something we often measure in terms of achievements, accolades, or wealth, but I think it goes much deeper than that. True success lies in the impact we have on others, in the small, meaningful ways we make someone's life a little better. It's about connection, compassion, and the legacy of kindness we leave behind. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Ralph Waldo Emerson. He was a philosopher, poet, and essayist from the 1800s and is often considered the father of American literature. Decades ago, I came across one of his quotes about success, and it changed how I view life. It's a long quote, but the last two lines are what resonate with me the most. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. Wow. That quote came rushing back to me one evening as I was helping Sonia, my wife, get ready for bed. She depends on me for everything: bathing, dressing, grooming, toileting, everything except moving and feeding herself. As I gently guided her through her bedtime routine, it struck me, I have the power to make the rest of her life either joyful or miserable. What an incredible responsibility, and yet what a profound privilege. No matter how long or short her life may be, and I know it'll be shorter than I wish, what I do each day matters. Sonia didn't ask for this disease. She's not in control of what's happening to her. If she could, she'd give anything to change her reality. Because of that, I believe it's my job to shield her from my own anger, frustration, and stress. It wouldn't be fair for her to carry my burdens on top of her own. Caregiving doesn't come with a reset button. There are no do-overs, no second chances. Every interaction, every choice I make matters. That's why I strive to be mindful of my emotions and behavior. I don't know what goes through her mind. Does she feel trapped, lonely, confused, angry? I may never fully understand what it's like to be in her position, but I do know I'm responsible for doing everything I can to make her life easier, lighter, and happier. We have 3 children and 6 granddaughters. One of my sons lives far away and doesn't visit as often as I'd like. He probably thinks, what's the point? She won't remember anyway. And he's right, she won't remember. But memory isn't the only thing that matters. Even if she forgets the visit moments later, I believe it brings her joy in that moment to see her family, to feel their presence and warmth. And really, isn't that what life is about? Those fleeting moments of joy? What I want you to understand is this: your loved one is no less of a person because they've lost their memory or their ability to communicate. They're still human, still deserving of dignity, love, and care. They didn't ask for this. It's up to us as caregivers to rise to the occasion. Our brains are the only ones that can adapt and change. We're the ones who can choose acceptance and peace, and when we do, we not only improve their quality of life, but also our own. Caregiving isn't a role anyone plans for, but it's a role that often finds us. And while it's challenging, it's also a profound gift. We have the power to make a positive difference. We have the opportunity to make the rest of our loved one's life as good as it can possibly be. That's a privilege, and I don't take it lightly. I don't want to live with regrets, looking back, wishing I'd done things differently, and I'm sure you don't either. So let's embrace this journey, not because it's easy, but because it's meaningful. Let's measure our success not in material terms, but in the love and care we give and the moments we create that make life a little brighter for the ones we love. That's true success, and it's a legacy worth leaving. Remember Emerson's words, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, This is to have succeeded. That is success. And as caregivers, we have that power to embody that every day. I'd love to hear from you. What does success look like for you as a caregiver? Drop a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else who really needs it today. If you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or like you're losing yourself in caregiving, you're not alone. That's exactly why I created Caregiver Mastery, a step-by-step roadmap designed to help you manage stress, anger, and burnout so you can care for your loved one without sacrificing yourself in the process. Inside, you'll learn how to say yes to yourself without guilt, reduce overwhelm, and find peace, even in the hardest moments. I call this place Heaven Island, a state of peace, acceptance, and clarity where you can care for your loved one without losing yourself. It's time to give yourself permission to breathe, to rest, and to heal. Click the link below or visit caregivermasterycourse.com to get started today. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. I post caregiver support videos every Monday and Thursday. You're not alone in this. Let's do this together.